Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss some important essay questions of the chapter Concepts of Block 1 of the paper Humanism and Logic of Sri Narayana Guru Open University. So let's begin. First question. Discuss Henry David Thoreau's views on environmental concerns and his impact on modern political thinking and environmentalism. Support your answer with relevant examples from the given material. Henry David Thoreau, the renowned American philosopher and writer, has had a profound and lasting impact on modern political thinking and environmentalism. His literary masterpiece, Walden or Life in the Woods, is a testament to his deep reverence for nature and his belief in living a simple, unencumbered life in harmony with the natural world. Thoreau's Walden experiment, where he lived in a solitude for nearly 2 years and 2 months in a cabin he built himself near Walden Pond, was a deliberate attempt to understand and learn from the lessons that nature had to offer. Through his experience, he developed a profound appreciation for the inherent value and beauty of the natural world and a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings. One of Thoreau's central beliefs was that the living earth has a life of its own, transcending the mere existence of individual plants and animals. He viewed the environment as a rich tapestry of, of values that could enrich human lives if we recognized and respected its worth. Thoreau was a vocal critic of the anthropocentric worldview that placed human beings at the center of the universe and relegated nature to the margins, ultimately leading to its exploitation and the untold miseries inflicted upon all creatures inhabiting the earth. Thoreau emphasized that human beings are not separate from nature but are integral inhabitants and components of the natural world. He lamented the irony that society regarded individuals who spent time in the company of nature as mere loafers, while those who actively destroyed nature for personal gain were celebrated as enterprising citizens. Thoreau believed that increased wealth and economic consumption did not guarantee true happiness and that artificial alternatives were inferior to the pristine beauty and harmony of untouched nature. Through his writings, Thoreau provided vivid and empirical descriptions of the natural world, capturing the essence of birds, trees, fish, and forest with a keen eye and a poetic sensibility. He believed that every creature in nature possessed a symbolic value and that humans had a responsibility to appreciate and protect the diverse tapestry of non human life that surrounded them. Thoreau's influence on modern political thinking and environmentalism cannot be overstated. His critique of the capitalist industrialized society that prioritized material wealth over the preservation of nature resonates powerfully with contemporary environmental movements. His call for a personal and fulfilling relationship with the natural world and his belief that clear thinking and spiritual renewal could be achieved through a close connection with nature continue to inspire individuals and communities around the globe. Moreover, Thoreau's legacy has transcended national boundaries, with his ideas and philosophies finding resonance in various cultures and communities across the world. His advocacy for civil disobedience and nonviolent resistance against unjust laws and practices, as outlined in his seminal work, Civil Disobedience, inspired leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr., who drew upon his teachings to fuel their respective struggles for freedom and equality. In conclusion, Henry David Thoreau's profound insights into the relationship between human beings and the natural world, his unwavering commitment to living a life of simplicity and authenticity, and his unwavering belief in the intrinsic value of all living creatures had left an indelible mark on modern political thinking and environmentalism. His legacy serves as a timeless reminder of the importance of respecting and preserving the delicate balance of the Earth's ecosystems and the need for a paradigm shift towards a more sustainable, harmonious coexistence between humans and the natural world. Second question, elucidate the principles of deep ecology and how they differ from the shallow ecology movement. Provide relevant examples from the given material to support your answer. The deep ecology movement, pioneered by the Norwegian philosopher Arrhenius, represents a radical departure from traditional environmental philosophies and practices. At its core, deep ecology challenges the anthropocentric worldview that places human beings at the center of the universe and views nature as a mere resource to be exploited for human benefit. Instead, it promotes a holistic and ecocentric perspective where human beings are seen as the integral part of the larger ecological whole rather than as a separate or superior to it. The principles of deep ecology are rooted in two fundamental norms: self realization and biocentric equality. Self realization is a process through which individuals come to understand and perceive themselves as existing in a profound and intricate state of interconnectedness with the rest of the natural world. This concept goes beyond a mere egotistical focus on the individual self and promotes an understanding of the self as an all inclusive holistic entity that encompasses all forms of life, be it human, animal, or vegetable. The ultimate goal or good in deep ecology is self realization, wherein all elements of nature strive to realize and actualize their true selves while coexisting in harmony with their respective parts and components. The second principle, biocentric equality, recognizes that all organisms and beings, regardless of their species or form, are equal members of an intricate and interrelated whole and therefore possesses equal intrinsic worth and value. This principle places a strong emphasis on the inherent value of all organisms and beings interdependent of their instrumental or utility value for human beings. It challenges the notion that human interests should take precedence over the well being and survival of other species and instead advocates for a more balanced and equitable approach to environmental stewardship. In contrast, the shallow ecology movement, while acknowledging the need for environmental protection fails to address the root causes of ecological degradation and operates within the confines of an anthropocentric view. This movement strives for mild reforms and gives priority to anthropocentric views, considering nature as having only instrumental value for human beings. It is concerned primarily with efficient control and management of the natural environment for the benefit of humans rather than recognizing the intrinsic worth of non human life. For example, in the case of pollution, the shallow ecological approach seeks to purify the air and water and distribute pollution more evenly, while the deep ecological approach aims to eliminate pollution from the biospheric point of view, focusing on life as a whole, including all species and the ecosystem. The shallow ecology movement fails to recognize the intrinsic value of non human life and use of nature merely as a resource to be exploited for human benefit as long as it is done in a sustainable manner. The deep ecology movement, on the other hand, recognizes that achieving a true state of ecological balance will require profound changes in our perception of the role of human beings in the ecosystem. It advocates for a substantial decrease in human population and a reassessment of our current economic, technical, and ideological structures which are often at odds with the principles of sustainability and respect for all life forms. One of the key tenets of deep ecology in the recognition that richness and diversity in the natural world contribute to the realization of intrinsic values and are themselves values to be cherished and protected. This principle stands in stark contrast to the shallow ecology movement's focus on preserving the quality of the environment primarily for human well being and benefit. In essence, the deep ecology movement represents a radical shift in our understanding of the relationship between human beings and the natural world. It challenges us to move beyond a purely utilitarian view of nature and to embrace a more holistic and inclusive perspective where all forms of life are valued and respected for their inherent worth. By recognizing our interconnectedness with the rest of the natural world and striving for self realization and biocentric equality, we can pave the way for a more sustainable and harmonious coexistence with the earth and its myriad life forms. These are the two important essay questions of the unit concepts of the first block of humanism and logic. Thank you for listening.